one of the first commercial game consoles was the Magnavox Odyssey. These became available to buy in Scotland from 1973. Now, this was a very basic setup that would run using game cards that you would insert into the console. The whole unit would plug straight into the back of your TV. However, there was no game music or sound at this point.
This activates 3 lights, 2 representing the players and 1 representing the ball. Press the special tennis game overlay into position on the television screen and you're ready to begin an exciting, fast-paced tennis game. The horizontal knob on the left side of each player control unit allows you to move your player light in a left to right or right to left direction.
Now fast forward to 1977 and the launch of the Atari 2600. Consoles of this era did not have a lot of memory to hold music, so the companies prioritised short, repeatable sound effects instead of having the music. "1985 was a massive game changer in console history. The NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment System, took the world by storm. Now, game music had soundtracks at this point, which is really exciting. The quality was really basic though, using synthesizers as the main instruments. A synthesizer is basically an electronic keyboard sound that was probably used by programming a computer. Now, also out about the same time was the Amiga computer. I had one myself. And now that would utilise floppy disks to load the games. It wasn't really classed as a console, more similar to a PC, but it was very, very popular nonetheless.
Let's go!
Set, go!
Now, the Super Nintendo dominated the market when it was released in 1991, or the SNES as it was known back then. The game music was starting to develop, which was really exciting, and it even managed to produce some real, authentic sounds in its music soundtracks. Although there were still limitations because space was very valuable and quite low in comparison, but we still managed to get some real sounds in, which was great.
Hadouken! 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 You win!
Now, in the mid-1990s, the PlayStation and the N64 would change the way that we play games forever. These ran on discs, which would read kind of like a CD, and that allowed for much more memory, which in turn allowed for some real instruments and some scores and some proper real sounds to get recorded for some game soundtracks.
Got him! Tango down! Now cross early, go, go!
Since then, the consoles have developed even further, and now there are no limits on game music, with games such as Call of Duty utilising long orchestral scores in its soundtrack. So to recap, over a 30-year period, game music has changed from a simple synthesized chip music to dramatic orchestral scores. The game music industry is thriving with composers, that's people that write the music, and they are commanding a huge fee for the compositions that they write.